it is a very important thrust in our education system. There is, in fact, an area of our curriculum where there are different aspects of Marcus Garvey being highlighted and taught in schools, because there are curriculum specialists who actually have made the effort to create a program and a curriculum with works and activities.
Hello and welcome to Obehi Podcast. I'm your host, Obehi A14, and I strongly believe that everyone has a story to share. Now let's get started into this episode.
And guidelines and lesson plans for persons to teach the importance of knowing that you must develop yourself and you must know yourself. And those are some of the topics that they have under that area of the curriculum that focuses on Marcus Garvey, knowing your roots, knowing your history, becoming a part of the history by setting and creating a generation that understands their roots and their history. Because the same quote is there, that if you don't know, you are twice defeated in the race of life. And so there are many persons at this level who take it very seriously and who actually embed it into the curriculum and teach it as something that is a powerful treasure and a part of our history as Jamaicans. And they and also encourage through extended learning and also through participative learning what it means to me and what is the difference that I will make now that I understand and know myself and know the sacrifices that others have made. What is my contribution going forward to secure this legacy that has been left? It is very, very important to us. And we make a desperate effort, a deliberate effort, and an intentional effort to embed it and to have it in focus at all times. Now, in those departments, the education department, there are persons who believe that coaching is an important part. So I started there by doing a course, one of my courses focused on coaching. And it ignited my flame that seemed to have been lit, but was not blazing. And so I looked at the fact that it resonated with me myself, because I found that throughout my life, I was mentoring persons, especially as it relates to making life choices. There is a practical side of me and a side of me that looks at my reality and moves from the force of my reality. So I look at what is presently in front of me and I deal with the reality, and I make an effort to change the things that can be changed and to leave the things that cannot be changed. And so I find that I push practically those areas when persons come to me to talk about general life issues and struggles and challenges that they may have, which might be similar to mine, and I share how it is dealt with. Later on, when I became a principal, I was introduced to a coaching course also and training through what we call here NCEL. And that is a group of persons that train leaders in all areas. It's a leadership training that trains leaders to manage in the areas of which you're leading, but more specifically, how to manage and lead and to transform their school context. And there is where I became a certified coach up to level 2. I found that when I began to write when I got into the context that I had a difficulty in having my children master their circumstances through understanding aspects of the curriculum. And so part of the coaching area in me decided that I would want to write some textbooks that are at their level and fit in their context, using examples and experiences from their context. And so I became a part of a team. I included other persons, and we developed what we call Adventures in Language Arts, book 1 to 3. We went to an organization and we got those books out, because one of the things is that textbooks are expensive. And so we, instead of having them buy a textbook and a workbook, we place the textbook and the workbook in one book. And so they are able to do that. Later on, I created what was called a MISA model, which is a model for improving the achievement of students in disadvantaged rural schools. And that model is one of the models that I use to coach leaders in small schools, and also the leaders and educators and stakeholders in my immediate context. I find that it also works. So that includes parental involvement. So we coaching parents to make life decisions and to maneuver and master their circumstances, empowering parents in those small disadvantaged rural communities to improve themselves. So we bring learning to them, we bring skills training to them, and so on. So we coach in that way because we allow them to develop or to gather the experiences that they need by taking the mountain to Mohammed. And so we also engage our students, coach our students to be confident in themselves and to understand their context and to reach for the things naturally and at their own pace that would point them to their natural bent and improve their circumstances. And then more recently, I created in my environment a motivational thought that I use every morning in my context, in my school, where the children get a motivational thought with a motivational activity, starting from the kindergarten right up. And that gave me an idea also that I could actually move my students and other students in Jamaica by creating a book that someone could use in their personal space at their personal time that motivates. And so it's really an area of coaching that would motivate you on your individual level, in your individual space. I have also included in that book the activities, and I have called it Motivate Me.
If you enjoy this podcast, make sure you subscribe so you never miss any of our future episodes. Rate and review Obehi Podcast and share with your friends who might need it. I remain Obehi Ewanfo. Thank you so much for listening, and talk to you in the next episode.